no closing costs, no fees, no down payment, and no private mortgage insurance. What other mortgage product that you know in America gives you that same exact benefit? I'll wait. Hey peeps, my name is Rina and welcome to my anxiety-filled life. If you have seen my previous videos, you're probably like, where's the personal finance content, sis? I just want to let you guys know that my channel will not just be about my personal finances. I'll be dabbling in things from my natural hair to my personal growth to my career and everything in between and beyond. So, don't hold me to personal finance. There will definitely be a lot of things encompassing my life on this channel. For those of you that are new, welcome, and hopefully you stick around for my shenanigans. As you can see by the title, I've been working with NACA to hopefully purchase my home by the time I'm 26 or by the end of next year. And if it's not meant for me for next year, then hopefully the following year, and I'll just keep pushing along until I get this NACA loan. I'll tell you why. Let me tell you about my experience with NACA and trying to become a first-time homeowner. And if you like what you hear, hopefully you can, do some research about the program and join it yourself. Today I want to solely focus on NACA and spreading the word about their program because I feel like it's like the best kept secret and they have the best mortgage product in the entire US. I'm going to start a whole series about NACA and the entire homeowner process. I'm going to give you the good, the bad, the ugly, and I'm going to keep it entirely transparent. There are not many people on YouTube that have documented their entire process with NACA that look like me. And by me, I mean, yeah. So I wanted to basically share my experience so that other people can see like from my perspective. The only other YouTubers I really know off the top of my head are like Erica Can't Lose, Natasha Lena, Sunshine 34, and there's a handful of others that I can't come to mind. If you have never ever heard of NACA before, then you're probably confused AF, but don't worry, I got you. I'm going to bring you through the entire process of what NACA is and what their benefits are. So NACA stands for Neighborhood Assistance Corporation of America, and it's led by CEO Bruce Marks. They basically fight for the little guy, the average working American who might not have the best credit, but they can show that they've been, making payments on time and that their situation has improved from the last time, like, they paid something late once that might have affected their credit and stuff like that. So they give you basically a second chance to own a home. They also advocate for many socio-economic initiatives like fighting against predatory and discriminatory lending practices, fight against slumlords who take advantage of their tenants, as well as people who have taken out loans from, private banks that are really high and have really bad terms, and they can help you refinance that as well. According to my research about NACA, their main goals for all of their members are to get you into a house that you can afford, and I really mean afford because they're really big on that, in a community that you probably otherwise thought you couldn't afford, as well as encouraging you to make a difference and an impact in your community through volunteering, and to get current homeowners away from predatory lending so that they can have better mortgage terms. So when I first heard of NACA, I thought it was a scam because like the benefits seemed too good to be true, and you know the rule, like if something seems too good to be true, then it probably isn't true. But NACA is completely 100% real. It just takes a lot of work to get the home that you want to get. The benefits of the program are no closing costs, no fees, no down payment, and no private mortgage insurance. What other mortgage product that you know in America gives you that same exact benefit? I'll wait. Exactly. If y'all thought I was gonna let my student loans prevent me from getting the house that I want, you thought wrong. You thought wrong. Before we continue, I just want to check. Have you subscribed yet? Did you like the video yet? I mean, you've come this far. I just want to make sure, like, I could wait here, while you like the video. Like the video and subscribe now. Like I said, there's no mortgage program like this in the U.S. They have offices throughout the entire U.S. and the number of offices vary between each state. In New York State, there are only 2 offices, one in Rochester, and then there's one in Buffalo. The membership fee right now is only $25 per year, and you heard that right. Not $25 per month, $25 per year. Like I said, they're a non-profit, so they're not trying to overcharge every single member so they can make money off of it. Plus, their interest rate is always below the national average. As I'm recording this right now, they're at 3.125%. It was 3% about a few weeks ago. That was short-lived, and then it went right back up to 3.125%. But I'm hoping by the time that I lock in my rate, it'll be lower. Even if I got locked at 3.125%, it's still going to be lower than the national average, which is around like 4% right now. So you can't lose with NACA. I personally haven't experienced any like real cons yet, but I know of some through some research, like looking at forums, and I'm also in a Facebook group of other people who have been through the program. So there are some cons, like you might be paired up with a bad MC, mortgage counselor or housing counselor. That might make the process a little bit longer, or they're hard to get in contact with. Some people have had multiple mortgage counselors throughout their process. So I don't know, that might happen to me, I don't know, but we'll see. Another con is that a lot of the offices aren't exactly local. I mean, they call them local offices, but they're kind of pretty far. Like in New York, for me, my closest one is the one in New Jersey, and then the one in Rochester. Those are my 2 closest ones. If I ever had to go to the local offices, I would have to drive out there instead of like taking public transportation. Many people drop out of the program because it is a very lengthy process, and it differs from person to person. Some people have closed in under 6 months. Some people have taken a few years because they had to come back and get new documents, get things updated and stuff like that. It really is case by case. So like if you have good credit and you have no collections and not a lot of debt or something, the process will probably really go smooth for you, but it really differs depending on who you're dealing with. And that's from, like I said, your housing counselor to your realtor to anybody else involved in the process. Those that drop out of the program usually transfer to like a conventional loan such as FHA. If I ever feel like I'm pressed for time, I might switch to FHA, but I'm not going to get the same benefits that NACA provides. So I'm going to stick for NACA for now. I want to keep this video short, so I'm going to just tell you about how I discovered the program and what my experience has been so far, and then I'll do a part 2, part 3, and keep it going for the series. There are a total of 10 steps throughout the NACA program, and I am currently at step 2. How I found out about the program is through my personal finance membership with Live Richer Academy. I've mentioned this many times in my previous videos, and I never would have found out about this program without Live Richer Academy, so I have to thank them for that. So back in April 2019, when I learned about NACA through Live Richer Academy, I signed up for the step 1, which is the Homeowners workshop. It's a 4-hour workshop, and usually you have to come into like a location where they're hosting it, but since COVID's happening right now, they're doing everything online. Anywho, when I signed up for the workshop, it was supposed to be located at a casino in New York that I don't remember the name of at the time, but it was supposed to be in June of 2019. You have to sign up for these things ahead of time because they fill up seats fast. Everybody wants to be a part of this program once they hear about it. After I had signed up for it, I reached out to a realtor who was very well versed in the NACA program, and she has had clients who wanted to go through the NACA program and successfully went through. So I spoke to her just to tell her about my situation. And basically she told me that it would be difficult for me to go through the program because my debt per month was too high and my income was not high enough. NACA just wants to make sure that you are 100% ready to take on this mortgage and you won't default on your home or foreclose. So they have a very small percentage of people who go through this program that foreclose or they can't afford their mortgage due to like special circumstances. But I think 99% of the members keep their home throughout the entirety of the loan. So I'm not gonna lie, when I spoke to the realtor and she told me that news, I was discouraged and I was like, well, I guess I'm never getting a house because my debt is way too high. So I really did some research and try to figure out how I can, increase my salary and decrease my monthly debt. For those of you that already see my previous videos, you already know that I refinanced my student loan debt from Navient and Sally Mae back in March of 2019. So I basically signed up for this workshop literally the next month. So my monthly debt was already down. It was just a matter of increasing my salary. At the time when I had spoke to the realtor, I was making about $65K. And you guys know I have a lot of debt, so I was like, I definitely need to figure out a way to increase my salary. So I thought about doing side hustles, but I figured I'll just try to get a promotion through my job or get a new job where I can get a higher pay. Fast forward to a year later, I definitely have way more income, and I paid off a lot of my loans and my consumer debt. I'm officially like consumer debt free. I paid off all my credit cards and microloans. So the only thing that's left is my personal loans and my student loan debt. That's it. It's still a big chunk. And if you haven't seen that video about how much student loan debt I have, I'll link this above and below. It's a shocker. So I quit my last job in February 2020 because I feel like they weren't paying me what I was worth. They wanted to pay me more as I was, quitting, but I was like, why didn't you offer me this before? But that's a whole story for another time. Let me know if you want to hear about that. So in March, I started a new job that was paying me what I was worth, and I was very happy about it. So in April 2020, which was last month, I decided to sign up for the Homeowners workshop and attend this time since it was online and we were deep into quarantine. So I attended that. It was actually more than 4 hours. It was like 4.5. And you have to stay until the end of the session because they give you a specific code so you can sign up for your membership and your ID number. So it was very long, but it has so much information, so it was well worth it. Basically, in that workshop, you decide if you really want to go through with the program or if it's not for you. After I attended that workshop, I signed up for my membership. I uploaded a lot of my documents. They ask you for everything from like tax returns to bank statements and everything so that they can review if you're eligible for the program. After I did that, I joined a Facebook group that was very knowledgeable about NACA. It's run by 2 housing counselors that work with NACA. So they are amazing, and everyone is just participating in the group. It's very positive 99% of the time, except when someone has a bad experience, but we're all very uplifting, so I really like the Facebook community. Through that Facebook group, I found out about the Achieve the Dream event. So basically, this is like a fast track program where they're working from Thursday to Sunday every weekend, and it started last weekend. That's the one that I attended, from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. So they give you a number when you sign up, and you could keep checking throughout the day until they get to your number. It's a very long, drawn-out process. I lost a lot of sleep, and I'll talk about that more in the next video. If you made it here this far, thank you so much for kicking it with me, and leave some yellow peep emoji so I know that you made it here to the end. Let me know if you have any comments or questions about NACA, or let me know your experience if you ever went through NACA or ever heard about NACA or had a friend who went through NACA. I want to hear from you. Like I said, this is going to be a whole series, so I'm going to be showing you everything from the start of my journey, which is now, to the end when I finally get the keys to the house. I'm assuming that's going to take me about a year because I'm re-signing my lease for my apartment for 1 more year. And then I might break my lease early if I find the home that I want to get. I will continue to mention at the end of every single video that once I reach 1,000 subscribers, I'm going to be doing a huge giveaway. It will be monetary, of course. So stick around for that. Share this video with your friends and family so they can learn about NACA and they can be introduced to my channel. As per usual, spend wisely, stay safe, and you're doing the best you can. So I'll see you in the next video. Bye.
Young, broken, independent, not broken, not quitting, I'ma get it. Even though I still struggle, I'm sufficient. Like what's up, aiming how it's business. Believe me, it's finna happen. They call them detours, we call it passion. How many no's you receive? I just stopped counting. So why you still doing this shit? I'ma cash in the fountain. See this dream dance between my ear canal, lives inside my heart like a future child. Possess the wisdom in between my smile. The world gotta see me, it may take a while. That's okay, it's prepared for. Played a lot of shows I had to pay for. Define the crowd, me, myself, and I, and the DJ and my homeboys. Good things take some time, I'm like, ooh yeah. Patience is a virtue when I'm moving. Looking at my life, it's a movie. Lot of ups and downs, I'm sticking to it. I got the sauce, I got the drip. I make the play, I get the assist. Impossible, it exists. The slow grind made a better trip.